Spinosaurus we know is not coming to the Isle. Before we get into why Spino we know won't be coming to the Isle, let's get to know the Spinosaurus first. Spinosaurus is a large theropod, length about 14 meters, weighed 7,400 kilograms, that's equal to English 8 tons. Spinosaurus was a large meat-eating dinosaur from Africa. Scientists think it may have lived in a semi-aquatic lifestyle. Our understanding of Spinosaurus has changed in recent years. For over 100 years, we only had very incomplete remains of the dinosaur, plus few bones from the first discovery in 1912 were accidentally destroyed during the Second World War. And you can thank the British for that. But we know that the Spinosaurus is going to be different. You have to remember, a lot of these dinosaurs in the Isle are not scientifically accurate. The developers prioritize gameplay balance and a Jurassic Park style, genetically engineered lab monsters.
This is how you make dinosaurs?
No. This is how you play God.
Lore over strict paleontology. As a result, many species lack feathers, have outdated anatomical traits, or are scaled improperly for survival mechanics. For example, the Utahraptor or Omniraptor lacks feathers and heavily resemble the Jurassic Park raptor.
Alan!
While the game's Dinosaurs is significantly oversized and features mammal-like hands compared to its real-world counterparts. Other creatures like the Spinosaurus features speculative traits, are intentionally stylized to fit the game's unique combat and survival mechanics. Therefore, how will the Spino cope when it is released to the Isle of Evrima? You see, the T-Rex dominates the Isle right now as an apex predator, with only the trike to challenge the T-Rex at the time of this recording. But even the trike is not hunting the T-Rex, but being the hunted. We have two prime T-Rexes. The only other dinosaur that can challenge is two other T-Rex primes. Therefore, the T-Rex really needs to feel not just the challenge of a bigger dinosaur, but also the feeling of being hunted. For a more balanced gameplay, as a T-Rex. When you play as a T-Rex, you're unstoppable unless you encounter yourself. And that's where the Spinosaurus comes in. You see, the Spino we are getting is not a scientific version. A genetically engineered lab monster ripped straight out of Michael Crichton's book. Okay, that last part, not true. Not from Michael Crichton's book, but close enough. Therefore, he will be a heavier, stronger monster than the T-Rex. At least, that's what I think. How will the Spino dominate the waters? We know the waters belong to the Dinosaurs right now, but not for long. You see, when Spinosaurus comes to the waters of the Isle as a prime, he will own the waters and give threat to anyone that tries to challenge him or tries to take a drink from his waters. If you're lucky to escape his launch out of the water, you are still being hunted, this time on land. You will now look at every big body of water different. Yes, Dinosaurus was a threat and still is, but you see, he only has one chance at getting you at his launch. If he misses, that's it. It's slow on land and won't pursuit, for there are T-Rexes that can actually take him out if he's on land, but the Spinosaurus will, and that will be terrifying as hell. If you're drinking as a dinosaur, you will now have to think twice before you take that drink. Not only are you threatened by a launch, being grabbed, now you can get pursued on land and being chased down by a Spinosaurus. With that said, we are not just getting a Spinosaurus when he comes out, but a lab monster, faster, stronger, and bigger than anything we can imagine.